right. What happens now? Sorry? Yeah.
Do you remember the tipping point in your career that you felt like this is it? I made it. This is my moment.
Did you hear the question? The question was, do I remember the tipping point where I thought I have made it? No. No, because I don't know what made it means. In this business you can, traditionally by the time you're 40 in this business, no matter what's been going on, things start going downhill. So I don't think there's ever a sense, I don't think you ever are in this business to try to make it or not make it. I think you just focus on the work and the experiences of doing it and try to learn as much as you can. And for me, it was always a means to an end, not an end in itself. So I took years off to have kids, and I thought I would never work again, and somehow I worked again. And, now I'm old and I'm still working. And I think I've worked my way through every category they have tonight, actually. Over the last, how long have I been doing this? Since 1970.
What is the secret to your longevity?
What is the secret to my longevity? I have no idea. And I'm not going to ask. If you try to explain a joke, it's not funny anymore. So I'm not going to even ask that question. I don't know. I'm very lucky. I'm very happy to be doing a job that I really am still enjoying, and people seem to enjoy it. And so I'm just lucky, and I don't know. I really don't know.
You're asking my mothers and daughters how their joy it is to work on such a female-driven film.
Well, the Meddler is a female-driven film too, because it was actually directed by a woman, and it's a story of a mother and a daughter. And since that's something that I have a much greater part in, I think that women are just the best, and I enjoy playing women. Not that I've had a chance to actually play men, but except in Cloud Atlas for 2 seconds. And there's so many different kinds of women, and I was told a long time ago that once you started playing mothers that you then kind of sacrificed your sensuality and you couldn't go back to playing other kinds of parts, and I think that pretty much that's not true anymore, and it's not true because there's so many women my age and older that have played all kinds of very interesting mothers that are bopping around doing different kinds of parts, and I just find women fascinating, and I love them, and the bond between a mother and a daughter is very, very special and complicated, and now I have a female grandchild, and that's even better, that it just takes it to the next degree, so I feel very lucky.
2 questions. Another grandchild, we heard that David.
Yeah, I was going to have a little boy next. I didn't really have much to do with it, but I'm really happy because I think that it's great that Marla's going to have a sibling, and I know my daughter and Kyle really wanted one. She's an incredible mom, and I'm really happy for them, and it's so much easier than being a mother. Anyone who's here knows that has become a grandmother. You just don't have that constant worry that's in your mind all the time, even when your kids are grown. With a grandchild, I can't wait to corrupt her. And she calls me honey. That was a name that a friend of mine from the South, that's a very typical Southern name for your grandma, is honey. And I didn't think she'd be able to say it, but she says it very well. And so she says, honey, pick me up, honey, hug. She can say it. It was great.
You've been speaking really openly and eloquently about certain political and social issues. How do you balance speaking up for what you believe in while maintaining such a remarkable career in acting?
I don't really look at things until you ask me that question. I don't look at things from the outside. I think that as a citizen, we're very lucky to be able to voice our enthusiasm for people and to be able to give out information if people don't have it. When you're connected to the media, you're in a really blessed place to be able to speak for people that don't have voices, or to be able to give information that people aren't getting, because the media now is very corporate, and all the you're part of the media, right? You can't say everything you want to say. And so I don't worry about balancing it. I find that really the only things I've ever regretted in my life were things I haven't done. You can always apologize for making mistakes, but when you hold back and you don't do something that you really feel you want to do or say. Well, for instance, I remember one time going to the Academy Awards and trying to figure out exactly what to say in a certain circumstances about the war, and I wish that I had been more explicit because I had something to say, and I was very upset that I hadn't had said anything when I had the opportunity and the audience, because I couldn't figure out exactly what it was that I hadn't already said.
No, sorry, thank you, sorry.
You're amazing.
Oh, thank you. Thanks. I fell down a mountain in Colombia. I was hiking, and I was really good for the first hour and a half when it was difficult. And then at the very bottom, when it got very easy, I found myself on my knees. I was with Jack Henry, and, I was even holding on to his arm, and I fractured my my ankle. But it'll be off,
You're better.
Thank you.